imagine that right now you're feeling a bit like Alice? Tumbling down the rabbit hole?
You could say that.
I can see it in your eyes.
You have the look of a man who accepts what he sees because he is expecting to wake up. Ironically, this is not far from the truth.
What if I told you free will was a biological function to guide a species towards a nominally but critically unobtainable goal? That our systems, culture, economics, hierarchy, were all expressions of that function, interpretations of the percent of the goal achieved. That, as that goal becomes attainable, the script is blank. There is no accounting for completion. The center cannot hold. Things fall apart. When you are standing at the precipice of an entirely blank canvas and projection methods fail utterly, we seek patterns, as wired to. But as the biological functions have run their course, they begin to shut down. They no longer have value. No purpose. Instead, regression and aberration occurs. Roles do not exist for specimens. They are unnecessary, and know it if only subconsciously, but they're unable to interpret their own spiritual and functional death as a warning, so they fill the gaps with hubris. The so-called red pills that the New Age ideological bellwethers have all sold to an entire generation are not the world as it is. They are simply different shades of blue. What these pills of so-called knowledge represent are simply a conjecture, an attempt to project a pattern onto the world. They are nothing more than...
Let me tell you why you're here. You're here because you know something. What you know you can't explain, but you feel it. You felt it your entire life.
But there's something wrong with the word.
You don't know what it is, but it's there.
Like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad.
You know something is wrong, we all do, and we desperately try to match a pattern from our ancient past to the current conundrum, yet we all fail continuously. If we were to see the behaviors displayed by modern man in any other species, we would be desperately trying to avert that species' extinction. Yet, somehow, we wrestle with ignoring the signs in our own. Humanity is suffering from a phase we have labeled cultural solipsism, the inability to see beyond its own hubris, its own agency, as impending doom barrels down upon it. Some of you listening will slough this off, of course.
Don't worry about it. As soon as you step outside that door, you'll start feeling better. You'll remember you don't believe in any of this fate crap. You're in control of your own life. Remember?
The understanding of the inherent limitations of any evolved species is the difficult step. Understanding why the behavioral changes have and will continue to occur is a leap of unfaith. Admitting that Fermi's paradox and the fall of all ancient civilization are intrinsically tied by Occam's razor is self-defeating. Solving this problem? That's the easy